What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Grand Scheme. This is Grant Kahonu here. I see Tony Kwame and Davi Vinicius already in the stream. How are you tonight? It's good to see you. Gonna do something a little bit different tonight. Usually I hit arena first and then run into do some other stuff, but I've got about 13 hours here to use a couple revives and some health potions. I've yet to beat Red Hulk 100% in Labyrinth, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with some practice on Red Hulk, just so that I can use these revives before they expire. I've got about, I've got a few of them expiring here in the next few days, but these things come pretty quickly. I usually have a dozen or so in the stash here, but definitely want to use those for practice rather than sell them like I have been in the habit of doing. But before I do that, I actually need to finish out this Gold Realm. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. It's kind of like the Roach Motel. I prefer the you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. By the way, good evening to you as well, Mr. Ristic. This is the first Gold Realm that I've done, but since I'm waiting to do Master Mode for completion tomorrow, and I can't do 5-2 yet with Suicides on, decided to go ahead and burn the energy and grab some gold. Jared Powers, welcome to the stream. How are you tonight? No, no, never. Of course, I might be giving away my age a little bit with that too, because I don't think that they've used that that line for the Roach Motel in quite some time. Don't smoke roaches, just break them up into the bowl. Whatever works for you, brother, whatever works for you. I think we're getting less gold on these as well than we did from the gold quests. It's the first one I've done, but there are no chests here. On the old gold quest, that you got some chests on each of the paths. So you got gold for completion and for exploration, and then you got gold from the chests as well. And these ones don't have the chests on them. Yeah, those cheap buggers. Doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why they needed to remove the chest. I mean, they didn't need to. I don't know why they did. That, and it's no longer every 7 hours, or 9 hours, or whatever it was. I think they, what was it, lasted 7 hours, but there was a 2-hour downtime or something. Either way, it's pretty much free gold, so I guess I shouldn't complain about it. I was just pointing out the difference I had not noticed before, since I haven't, this is my first time running it. Well, if you're just joining, welcome. Drop a line in the chat and say hello to let us know you're here. Quick Shot Gaming, hey, how are you tonight? was just checking out your video that you posted on Daredevil against Punisher on Unblockable 2. I've had that fight myself several times. Don't often see Punisher there, but he's been there a couple times that I've hit that node with Daredevil. Bouncing between streams. Who else is streaming right now? Looks like I see the Real Deal. I've not seen that stream before. Is there someone else that is streaming that's not showing up on mine? Cool Dark Wolf, welcome back. How are you? Punisher, Hood, Doctor Strange. Yep, those are the most common. Doctor Strange and Hood for me. Steiny and Seemingly Tenacious. Oh, they're not showing up on mine for some reason. I don't know if I've caught Steiny's stream yet. I need to check out his channel. I sometimes drop in on Pred there and say hello. But he's in Australia, isn't he? So it's tomorrow where he is. I gotta pay attention. My storm's gonna die here. Yeah, he's down under, right. So I imagine it's probably close to 12 hours time difference from where I'm at. Afternoon there, so that'd be more than 12 hours then. Yep, he's from the future. I thought I'd be able to get to that special one with her having a full power meter, but I went to hit the button and it wasn't there. Oh well. Well, if you're just joining, welcome. Drop a line in the chat and let us know you're here. Say hello. Am I going to get 2-star Carnage? Probably. That won't come till next month, though. When you were in Japan, that was 16 hours ahead of Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, so I'm 2 hours ahead, I'm 2 hours ahead of you. So that would make, yeah, about 12 to 14 hours, something like that. Makes sense. You already claimed your 2-star card? Okay, so maybe I'm missing something. Because isn't the, isn't that the Marvel Insider? Isn't that what you're talking about? Okay, yeah, you've got to go claim it, but then you won't get it until July, right? Right, okay, yeah. I'm new to the Marvel Insider. I hadn't done anything with it until this last month, so I probably should have been doing it, but haven't bothered. That's right, you are CST time now. I can't remember. I asked so many people where they're from. I think you said Texas? Are you in Texas? Quick shot. Nightmare, welcome to the stream. How are you tonight? Houston, Texas. Yes. Okay. I thought that was right. Good. Still waiting to get points from last event. Yeah, I got the points. I claimed the points and everything. I didn't use them though. So I didn't grab any of this stuff from last event. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to do Labyrinth first here. The Red Hulk fight. See how this goes with the revives I have expiring. See if I can get him down in 1 or 2 revives here. So I'm not going to be able to interact with the chat a whole lot here over the next few minutes. You're doing okay? Didn't make it to Alliance War? What do you mean you didn't make it? Did they not start Alliance War, or do you guys just run you guys not run 3 battle groups? Alright. We're going to start here, so be patient with me in the chat, and I will be right back. If I do go with Storm, I probably will take Suicides off. I can see the chat moving in my peripheral, but I'm not going to look up to read it, otherwise I will mess up here. Too soon on that evade. $40,000. Messed up that intercept. So doing this way, I won't even survive till the second timer expires. Recoil is doing too much. There went the first timer. Only 10,000 on that one. Did not get a critical. Gonna have to focus on third specials now. Or not. Just don't evade. Alright guys, sorry I haven't been paying attention to the chat. Let me get caught up here. Just wanted to stop by and say hi. Thanks Doc, appreciate it. Good evening to you. High Speed Pursuit, welcome. Using Punisher in first two quests, 5.2, a lot of fun. Huh. Wouldn't have thought of Punisher, that's interesting. Good evening and a merry Nerf Brian Grant to you all. Haitian refugee, welcome. Raheem Coley, welcome to the stream. I believe this is the first time I've seen you in here. Glad to have you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Brian Grant's stream. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to watch of that. Depends on what the wife has planned, but I'll probably be in and out as he's making that run. But it'd be good to watch him. Robert Beckham, welcome to the stream, sir. I'm doing very well. Just got some revives expiring, so thought would jump in here and beat up on Red Hulk a little bit. New subscriber, Jose Lopez. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Gonna have to focus. The knuckle to the face. Yeah. I like his Punisher's first special. It's one of my favorites. Anyway, dude, that's not bad. That's not bad. We took half his health off in one go and barely into the second timer. I don't think we would have done that if we didn't have the suicides on. But dang, if it wasn't for the recoil there and the two mess-ups that you saw, I potentially could have soloed him with that. So I'm happy with that. Half of his life with just barely over one timer. 11:04 there where you are. What time is it here? It is the same time here as it is for you. So 11:05 now. Anyway, I've got some revives I need to use and some health potions I need to use. So we're going to go back in here and see what we can do against Red Hulk. Let me go in and see what I've got in the stash. I think I may have some level 2. Level 2s are coming up, mostly level 1s. Thomas Dowdy, good to see you. Do Rhino in Road to Labyrinth? I might be able to do that here in a bit. I'm getting ready to run Labyrinth myself, so I want to get some practice here on him. I want to keep her under 50%. That should do it, since I'll be using 40% revives. You're right, Jar. There's a lot of grand scheming going on right now. We're trying to smoke down this Red Hulk, and we did pretty good in one shot here. Got him halfway down, so I'm getting ready to go in. So again, I'm gonna be ignoring the stream for just a few minutes. So keep it civil. Well, that was dumb. I can't let him touch me at this point. And I have to only use third specials or I'm dead. I should have countered that. Do some real testings when masteries are free to change. Right. Yeah, I agree. Just gonna let that stun wear off. I don't even want to chance the S2 right now. I think I need to clean my screen or something. That's the second time I've tried to evade and my thumb did not slide. Hello, Ricky Garcia. How are you tonight? Hey, if you guys are just joining the chat, welcome. If you would say hello and let us know you're here. I'm just trying to use up some revives that are getting ready to expire, see what we can do against Red Hulk. That was a much poorer performance. Only took about 100,000 off of him that time. First time we got him about 700,000. Let me see if I have something around here I can use to wipe my screen off real quick. Alright, let's go back in, do a better job this time. 20%, perfect. Yeah, we got him to his second special. Come on, man. Nope, did it again. I need to find something to clean this screen off so it's not so sticky. Any suggestions? Which position? Not sure what you mean, which position. Yeah, Ramesh, I lost. Yep, it happens, man, it happens. Oh, that's alright, man. Pursuit, it wasn't too bad. He can say, you know, he was just making a statement about the obvious. Don't know if he needed to make it since everybody could see, but whatever. Way off on that one. Yeah, I shouldn't have hit him. That's like my biggest problem right there. I try to get the intercept like that, and I anticipate the intercept too quickly, and ended up getting smacked. I probably just should stop doing that. It's great when it works, but then when it doesn't work, it gets expensive. Anyway, I typically wouldn't just burn through these like this, but as you saw, I had quite a bit in the stash. I need to use them before they expire. I usually just sell them, and it doesn't make sense to do that at this point. You have to fail to succeed. Yeah, I mean, it takes practice, man. It takes practice. And I'm getting better at the intercept, like that. But I'm definitely not 100%. But this does help me with one thing. I know now that when I do live stream the full run, I will need to make sure that I have some wipes available to clean the screen. That dang evade. Ah. You also play MCOC. Well, good job, sir. I think most of us here play MCOC. You've been using DS, Voodoo, and WE. Who are you saying? Who's Wolverine or Winter Soldier? Who are you talking about there? Well, if you're just joining, thanks for watching me lose to Red Hulk several times here. Bit disappointed in my own performance tonight. I had a really good run the first time. The last few, not so good. Still got to figure out. Usually have some Kleenexes in here or something to wipe the screen off, but I don't have anything like that with me right now. Alright, last time. This is the last revive I'm going to use. I would like to get him down here. $419,000. So, I mean, that should be. I mean, that's less than the damage we did on our first run. So that should be okay. As long as I don't screw up. Like that. All right. That's enough for tonight. I think I'll put that away and hit arena now, and we'll come back to it. But that's what practice is for. Who was it that was asking? Was it Ramesh? I think you were saying maybe Rhino. Kleenex and Jergens? No, I'm not falling into that trap, sir. No, but the screen is a little. I don't want to say sticky because that'll get me in trouble too with you, Ristic. But it is. It's not as. What's the word I'm using for this? Not going to get me in trouble. Somebody help me out here. Oh, I don't have anything right available. Oh well. Let me go in here and grab the rest of these expiring things. Alright, so now that you've seen me fail against Red Hulk, what's going on? What is everybody up to? Anything that would have been said would have been bad. Yeah, it is what it is. I was just having trouble with the evading. My thumb was not sliding on the screen as it should. I think it was the pressure. One fight in 5-2-1 with your Punisher. I can try that. Probably won't go very well. That first fight is Phoenix, and she is going to heal up at the end of the fight most likely, and I'm going to be dying because of recoil. But I'll give it a shot. I see you there. I see you there, Ramesh. Give me a minute. I'll look up your profile. I don't have a problem doing that. How long have you been playing? If you've left, though, I guess I don't have to look up your profile. So if you comment again in the stream, if you're still here, I'll take a look at it. All right, 5.2.1. You want me to use Punisher? Is there something cool about it? Yeah, I know what you're referring to, Thomas. I know exactly what you're referring to. Alright, we'll throw Punisher in there. Oh, I didn't. You know, the first time I went in here, I got an ambush with Phoenix right there on that first part, I thought. Lead stacks to... and of course I'm out of energy. Alright, well, hold that thought. I'll come back to it when I have some energy. Yeah, I really like the way that that Punisher is able to multiply bleeds now if they have a bleed on them. It's very nice. It's not very reliable in my experience with Arena. Sometimes it doesn't trigger at all, and other times I can have 5 or 6 bleeds activated at a time. So it's pretty nice. But I like them a lot. I'm not having any problem evading now, so I'm just going to have to be honest and say it was probably a little bit of nervous, sweaty thumbs or something like that, trying to do that live. But that's one of the reasons I've been doing it just about every night now, so I can actually get used to having an audience watching me. Because, I mean, no matter how good you are, you're going to mess up. And if you do it on the internet, somebody's going to point out how badly you suck. So, get used to it, right? You see Graphics Inc. gifted Seaton 100 energy refills today? No, I didn't see that. Why did he give him energy refills? Trying to complete the 5.2? Well, that makes sense, Ristic. If his bleeds are attached to the special attacks, which they are, I mean, unless he's multiplying them, then those bleeds should be 400% damage, right? Are the multiplied... The question would be, are the multiplied bleeds, when he duplicates the bleed with his regular attack, does that duplicate the bleed at the same damage that the bleed was placed in the first place? Or is it back to the base damage for the bleed? So like a champion like Black Panther here, he should do pretty well because he can land those bleeds on special attacks and do damage. I mean, on regular attacks and do damage, rather than only relying on special attack damage. But those bleeds will still be the base amount off his base attack. But for special attacks that cause bleed, that shit, like with Hawkeye, maybe his bleed should be 400%. Or whatever the buff is. I think it's 400%. Well, if you're just joining the stream, welcome. Drop a line in the chat and say hello and let us know you're here, please. Yeah, I'm just guessing on that though, Ristic, because I haven't actually run it yet. I mean, I did go in earlier and just tried out one fight to see what it was like. Not planning on doing the whole quest. Didn't go well. Didn't go well against Phoenix because she just kept stacking the Furies and regenerating all of her health when I got her down, and I'd kill myself with recoil. Cap World War II, L2 does almost 2,000 ticks as well. Yeah, that's got to be it. If the bleed is tied to a special attack, then the bleed damage is increased as well. PJ22, welcome to the stream. Hyperion L1 does crazy damage too. Yeah, I could see that too. I'm going to try to watch Brian tomorrow. Like I said, I don't know what the plan is. A lot of times my wife makes plans and I learn about them on Saturday. So if I'm available, if I can get there and watch him, then I definitely will. I still don't have any energy. But I imagine he's going to be streaming. He's planning on doing the whole run tomorrow, right? Just straight through. So he's going to be streaming for several hours. So I'll be in and out. I'll definitely stop in a few times as I can. It's a sensible thing to do since I'm prepping myself, you know. I like watching other people get some tips, and got to know what to expect. Somebody should be live tweeting. I know he's going to have a guest commentator, but somebody should be live tweeting his stream so that you know, they can update people. You know what champion he's on. You know, he's starting on War Machine, starting on Magic. Because I would probably make it a point to watch at least during the Magic fight. So I take it you guys are planning on watching? Would a 5-star Hulk do good in Labyrinth? I don't know. I think so, because you're going to be using 40% revives mostly, and with that lower health, he's going to be doing more damage. And then with, oh come on, you think Rhino could bust through that block? Where's my unblockable charge? Anyway, with Hulk's health being lower, and if you have Courage Max, I could see him reaching that threshold with his L2 pretty regularly, that 50,000 damage. So he might be. Daughter's birthday party tomorrow. In and out, yep. That DPS though, hello, how are you tonight? It's good to see you again. I believe that was all my 5s. Yep. Yeah, I just need to let go of the illusion that I'm going to be able to solo some of these fights. And just accept the fact that it's going to take several revives per. Only thing I don't like is Hulk has to take damage to give it. Right, but again, I mean, you're gonna be dying in Labyrinth anyway. You're gonna be reviving, and most of the fights you're not gonna heal up. You're just gonna use a 40% revive and go in at 40% health, which means that he's already going to be at the start of the fight at his higher attack, and so that's not going to be such an issue there. DPS, no, I have not completed 5-2. I have not actually even started it yet. because I have recoil on. And recoil and suicides are not going to work well against some of these global nodes in 5.2. So I have to wait until I can take that off to run it. Morto's ability to block unblockable, does that only work for special attack? Yes. He can block unblockable special attacks. So yeah, Rhino's charge does break through it. Just was not doing it there. I think Morto might be a decent option for the Collector too. I mean, this is just speculation. I haven't actually seen anybody use Morto, but he's got a few things going for him. Obviously, his ability to block unblockable special attacks, his high percentage of energy block, whatever you call that. Let me pull that up. Alright, so right now we know there are a few things that are really difficult with the Collector. The first and the most obvious is nobody's figured out if or how you can evade his special attacks. And so Morto has a... if you block a half a second, which means once a shield is formed, he can block unblockable special attacks. So that shouldn't be a problem. Well, the problem is also going to be that even if you're blocking that attack, if you were to block it, it does massive damage. Well, his signature ability allows him energy resistance. So at 8,000 energy resistance, he shouldn't take a whole lot of damage from blocking that special. The third thing is that the Collector reduces ability accuracy when he passes a certain threshold on his health, and so people are talking about bringing Daredevil in to evade those attacks, which is fine until he hits that threshold. Because once he hits that threshold and he's reducing ability accuracy, Daredevil's not going to be evading anymore. Well, as you know, and what makes Morto so good on Thorns is here in his passive ability, it ensures that every ability properly activates resisting against ability accuracy effects. And so even though the Collector is reducing ability accuracy, he should not be able to reduce Morto's ability accuracy, which means even at the lower health, Morto should be able to block the Collector's special attacks and not take too much damage. Now the last thing I think is good is his first special causes degeneration over 2.5 seconds, but it's the second part. If the opponent has a buff, degeneration will activate even after a successful block. And so you could theoretically just be chaining L1s together with his power gain. You're going to be right back at the first special. You can either use it and get a regular hit on him, or even use it through the Collector's block and place a degen on him. So I think Morto has those things going for him in his favor against the Collector. But again, all speculation until I actually get him in there and try it. I mean, I have no proof. Just what the descriptions read. So anyway, what do you think about that? Does that seem logical? Yeah, I'll definitely do some videos when I get to it. I don't know when I will yet. I don't really have a time frame. But if I do take Storm into Labyrinth, then I won't be running Suicides for that, so I can get into 5.2 faster. I'm going to go ahead and finish Master Mode first before doing 5.2. I'll start that tomorrow. My other concern is Labyrinth is going to give me better rewards than 5.2 is, and so if I'm going to be burning a lot of resources to do one or the other, I'd rather it be Labyrinth right now. Can't take too many blocked regular attacks. Right, right. So you still need to be able to intercept him. So he's really just going to be good for the special attacks. But again, that's where everybody's dying. I mean, they're just getting destroyed by these special attacks that they can't evade, or the occasional unstoppable that pops up when he passes a certain threshold. Now that's just going to be... I don't know that there's anything you can do about him, about the unstoppable. If you're in the middle of a 5-hit combo and he goes unstoppable, hit 3, you're dead. Alright, where are we at for energy? Oh, we still got 2 minutes. I need to yell at my alliance and tell them to hit the help button. Of course, I probably don't have room to talk there. Cheryl Beeman, thank you for the sub there. Appreciate the support. The fact that collector's special animations take a long time, you get tagged with degeneration. Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely that Bane you're going to have to time. You're going to have to time your attacks well so that you're not just sitting there blocking while the degeneration is on you. OG Vision or Dormammu? I think that... are you asking for a collector? I don't have either one of those, but Atromix the Analyzer did post that video earlier today using OG Vision, so you can't argue with that. He did an amazing job with him. I've heard several people suggest Dormammu since he can power drain with each hit, or with each combo. So yeah, I would think he's an option there. But I don't have either one, so I will probably go in with Vision, Age of Ultron, Daredevil, Mordo, and I have not decided yet who else. I was thinking about power gain synergy somehow. That would be like Elektra and Black Widow, or by Storm and a Black Panther. That would be a 10% power gain. That might be a good option, because that would give me my 5-star 455. Not that either of those two would really do very well against Collector, but that would give me 3 champions that I think that would stand a chance against him to get some damage in before dying. And then the power gain, 10% power gain there, and of course Storm's damage for other fights. Am I a fan of Age of Ultron Vision? Yes, I am. Cheryl, I can't use Dormammu because I don't have him. I only have him as a 3-star. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Age of Ultron Vision. I take him to Alliance Quest every time. He goes to war occasionally when I can spare him. But he's very good. He's very, very good. My only disappointment with him at this point is that with the 12.0 they took away his block proficiency. He used to be able to parry and take 0 damage, and now he cannot, which I think that is just wrong. Vision Age of Ultron and OG Vision are the only 2 champions in the game that have 0 regeneration. Everybody else can regenerate with salve and recovery, at least a little bit. You know, if you parry, you take 20 damage from parrying. You recover that over 4 ticks with salve and recovery. But that doesn't affect robots, and so doesn't affect Vision, and all of the other robots have some kind of regeneration, except for, well, I guess the classic Ultron, I guess, does not. but he's a rare character, so I'm not counting him. But Ultron regenerates, Nebula regenerates, Vision gets nothing, and so you're just gonna take the special damage or the parry damage, and you can't recover. So that's my biggest complaint with him. But for power control, he's still great. You have to build up to your special, but once you get to the special, the higher his signature ability is, the more he can steal of the opponent's power. So it's pretty reasonable to be able to chain first specialists together if he's at a signature 40 or so. Yeah, Vision was my first rank 5, as a matter of fact, and I've never regretted it. I do have Ghost Rider. He's at rank 4 right now. Obviously, I just played with him. You just saw him. I'm debating on taking either Ghost Rider, Voodoo, or Magic to rank 5. I have not decided which. But Cheryl, I'm interested. Why do you say Ghost Rider for Collector? Alright, we're at 3 energy. I'll go ahead and jump in that quest. I think, though, that's just going to be enough to get us through the portal. I don't know that it's going to get us to a fight, but we'll check it. Let me post something. Tell people to hit help. Maybe that'll speed things up a little bit. Yeah, I'll bring in 5-star Storm, but she's still only gonna... She's not gonna be able to do a whole lot, because she's not gonna get to her first special before he gets to his first special. So I imagine she might get 1 special attack off, and that's going to be it. And it's not going to be much if he's only at 1 bar of power. Did I see the video between Dr. Voodoo and ROL Wolverine? No, I didn't. Who did that video? Yeah, I should have. I just thought middle was the most direct path, but I'll get there. Anyway, yeah, who posted the Voodoo and Wolverine video? I am not, no, I'm not a leader of an alliance. I'm an officer in my alliance, but leader is not something that I want. Too much responsibility for me in a game. Trying to keep 29 other people happy and content. It's a difficult job. Thomas Dowdy, where are you on the Carnage pursuit? Well, Cheryl, it's not up to me whether you join the Alliance, but I can definitely put you in contact with the right people if you have the right qualifications. We're looking for people with a minimum prestige of 4,800 and at least 11 champions ranked 4 stars ranked 550s or 5-star ranked 345. So if you've got those, then yeah, we can talk. But if you don't, then they won't even consider you. $8 million. 8 million isn't bad. What are you, 24? What are we at? Almost 36 hours in? Almost to the halfway point, and at 8 million, you are on track, sir, as long as you can keep that pace up for the next 36 hours. Jake Delorme, welcome. How are you tonight? Cheryl, it's okay. Don't you don't need to apologize for asking. Not at all. It doesn't hurt to ask, and I was not at all offended by it. As a matter of fact, it's my opinion that you are always recruiting. I know a lot of alliances say we're not recruiting. I just don't think that's true. I think you always need to be recruiting, even if you don't have a spot immediately. You're bound to have a spot eventually. People come and go, and it's better to have some relationships established and some leads in place for the inevitability of believing. I'm doing well, Jake. I'm recovering from making a bad showing in Labyrinth against Red Hulk at the beginning of the stream, but right now I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. Definitely going to have to go back and do some research, get some suggestions on how to deal with sweaty thumbs for Labyrinth. $1.5 for the 3-star. Nice. What are you? What score are you shooting for? I'm not even sure where to put his cutoff. Is it hard to play this long? You get used to it. And one of the reasons I started the live stream is because it's definitely easier to play this long when you have company. Seaton had the video on stream, destroys Wolverine. Yeah, I believe it, because as long as you can keep chaining those L1s, then he's going to just keep converting those regens to spirit venom, or whatever he calls it. Lots of champions now in the game that can get around Wolverine in Realm of Legends. Some of them are a little trickier than others, but definitely doable. No, it's okay, Ristic. I do have energy refills. I want to save them for tomorrow to get the to get master. Maybe if not knocked out, at least get a good portion of that done during the completion event. It starts in just over 12 hours. Yeah, I saw the Black Panther movie trailer. That looked pretty good. Robert Beckham, no, I've not even done LOL yet. I am planning on a run towards the end of the month. I've been practicing, doing a little bit against Red Hulk each day here in the stream. Used some expiring revives and potions at the beginning here, And had a good run on the first fight, and it took him about halfway down before I lost Storm. And then I think I used, 3 more revives and barely made a dent in him because I just kept messing up. So there's that. Who am I looking for here? Gwenpool. Don't really care about the cutoff for Carnage, just doing it for the 4-star shards. Yeah. That's what I'm doing right now. Just trying to hit the milestones. I want the units and the battle chips and the shards. Who's your favorite champion of the game? I don't really have one. That's probably the most frequent question I get asked. A friend of mine tells me I'd make a good politician because I never give a definitive answer. It depends on what I'm doing in the game. The illustration that I've given in the past is, you can say, ask me what my favorite car is, what my favorite vehicle is, and I could tell you, but then as soon as I need, if I were to say, oh man, I'd love to have a Lamborghini Aventador or something like that, well, as soon as I need to be hauling furniture, that Lamborghini isn't going to do me any good, and my favorite car all of a sudden becomes a pickup truck, That's the way I approach the game. Different characters are suited for different things. It's easier for me to tell you which characters I don't like. Andre Duran, you can't do Realm with 440 hits or so long. Yeah. I hear you, man. Those are long fights, but I tell you, there was... I mean, it's not really a fair comparison, because back when I did Realm of Legends, we had the block proficiency teams. So I did it with who was it? My phone is lagging, not just the internet. My phone is lagging. Hold on just a second. Let me get my bearing here with Hyperion. Anyway, I did it with a block proficiency team with, who was it? Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, and I did it with a 3-star Star-Lord. But you could just sit there and block everything and never take any damage at all, so it wasn't such a bad deal that way. But with a 3-star Star-Lord, it took 1,328 hits to beat Wolverine. That is one streak. Not the. I mean, that was the entire fight, but that was one hit streak without getting hit. Because using a 3-star Star-Lord, it doesn't matter if you're at 800 hit streak and he's almost dead. If you lose that streak, he's going to regenerate the whole thing. And so you had to maintain the streak until he was dead. It took 1,328 hits. That was an excruciatingly long fight. Yeah. I do not play 24/7. No, I have a family and I do need to sleep. And I have a job. So, but I do play a lot. Probably more than I ought to. Talking about LOL practice, which you were doing previously. Yeah, I started the stream with that because I had some potions expiring. I wanted to make sure that I used those before I forgot about them. New mastery points should go 2 for 5 out of deep wounds, 2 out of 5 for assassin, or unlock willpower. Any thoughts? I would say unlock willpower. Willpower is not as needed as it used to be, but it's still very valuable. If you don't have it, I would suggest getting that. If you don't want to do willpower, then the choice between deep wounds and assassin is going to depend on whether you use bleed champions a lot. If your primary champions for Alliance Quest, Alliance War Attack, for questing are bleed champions, then deep wounds may be the way to go. If they're not bleed champions, or if only 1 or 2 of them are bleed champions, then I would suggest assassin, because assassin is going to affect everyone. Anyway, I've got the energy now, so we'll jump back over here. And there's the ambush. Magneto. Scarlet Witch, and Guillotine with a crit team. So you must have done it with after the block proficiency. And yeah, Scarlet Witch. I mean, if you had Scarlet Witch at a decent signature level, she could kill Wolverine too. You wouldn't even need a Guillotine for that. Do I have any legends? Yes. Yeah, I mean it's right there on the top of my screen. I'm got the legend badge there. All right, so we're using ooh, Punisher. That's class disadvantage. We'll see what he can do. Oh, I get advantage. Oh man, I forgot about that. Nice. Almost. I got lucky there. I forgot. You can't counter Magneto's special most of the time. Yeah, 650 on the bleed. He's only 330 right now. No, now the bleeds are only 247, so not bad. And I messed up that evade. So no, the bleeds that he reproduces are not based on his attack. Are not based on the original bleed. So we had 650, I think, for the original one, and then 2 something for the other ones. Anyway. 3-star Scarlet Witch didn't get Star-Lord till after. Yeah. I think a 3-star Scarlet Witch could have done it too. If she was a signature 99, she could have done Realm of Legends. It would have taken longer, but she could have done it. Anyway, if you're just jumping in the stream, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Drop a line in the chat and let us know you're here. Who we got here? Flash SADL28. Are you in the stream? Top 7 champs include Gwenpool, Wolverine, X-23, OGDD, Rocket, and Hawkeye. Well, yeah. Then I would say Deep Wounds might be worth the investment for you because only one of those does not bleed. Deep Wounds is going to... I mean, if you can ever max Deep Wounds, that's going to be amazing for Gwenpool, Wolverine, and Hawkeye, and X-23. Even Rocket with his second special, he does significant damage. The bleed increase there would be nice for him as well. So yeah, definitely I would suggest considering that route. So is the free masteries, is that week 3 of Summoner Appreciation? So week 2 will start this next week. I can't remember what week 2 is, and I think it was week 3. So another week and a few days before the mastery changes are free. So I'll probably not mess with my masteries before then. I'll just keep Suicides active. Not ideal for Alliance War, but if I can conserve some units, that'll be good. And how far are you guys, if you've started 5.2, how far are you in it? Who do you prefer, Agent Venom or Venom Pool? I don't really, I mean, neither one of those are my favorites. They're both okay champions in my book. I think Agent Venom is more useful as far as like Alliance War defense. He's also very helpful on offense if you have to fight Spider-Man. So I would probably go with Agent Venom. but he's still not my favorite. Of course, I just said I don't really have favorites, but I just know that I did have him at rank 5 for a bit. I ranked him down and took Black Widow back up to 5 in place of Agent Venom. Ask my friend who does not have any idea about MCOC. He said deep wounds because that sounds more... Yeah. Well, like you said, though, he doesn't know anything about MCOC. Assassin, that's another one I think is going to be beneficial for Labyrinth. If I'm not running Suicides, I can actually run Assassin. Typically, if you're just fighting Arena, Assassin isn't going to make much of a difference. Maybe one hit. But if you're up against a boss in Alliance Quest, Alliance War, or Labyrinth, Assassin kicks in at 18% when they're under 18% health. I think it's 18%. And 18% of 1.5 million is a lot. 100% 5.1.1. Only done the first 2 quests, taking time. Not going to use energy refills. Yeah. Okay. We've had one guy who just finished at 100% exploration this evening, so I was going to see what you guys thought about it compared to what he said. I like to get a lot of feedback before going into stuff that I know that's going to cost me resources. If you haven't checked it out, though, I would recommend there's a guide somebody posted on Reddit, his walkthrough. That I thought was very informative. Who is my most valuable champion? Again, that's going to depend on what aspect of the game. Storm is my strongest champion right now at rank 4. She got me my legend title. She clears content the fastest. For Alliance Quest, though, Ultron is generally the last man standing. I mean, he's just exceptional champion for me for Alliance Quest. Hawkeye has really grown on me. I use him in Alliance War. And he handles those strike back nodes and power gain nodes pretty easily. Want to clear Master Mode first? Right, yeah. Run max deep wounds and level 4 assassin. Love deep wounds. Yeah. Hector, welcome to the stream, sir. How are you tonight? Yeah, I just maxed. I had deep wounds at 2 before the rockets scrapyard, and used that the scrap to get a bunch of carb cores, and so unlocked the last 3 levels of deep wounds. Unlocked 1 level of Resonate, and unlocked 3 levels of Suture. And yeah, I have to say, I have to agree with you. Deep Wounds maxed is pretty amazing with Bleed Champions. Yeah, man, Thomas, yeah, you don't need to be messing with 5.2 right now. All your energy needs to be going to that arena. You probably should have retired from your alliance for the next 3 days or something. Hey, Kobe24, what's good, man? How are you doing? Thinking about the next few videos you want to upload? Yeah, I'm thinking about getting this Yondu video done. You know, I enjoy doing these champion highlight videos when they come out, but they're just so labor intensive. It's just much easier to record a few games, a few things on gameplay, and do some voiceover and stuff. I do those too occasionally, and they're just so much easier. But to do this pretty much comprehensive spotlight for a character, it just takes so much time, because you got to go through and you gotta get, I mean, fight Winter Soldier for 5 times to make sure you get all of the special 1 animations good, all the heavy attacks, all the second special, testing all of the passive abilities and all of the secondary abilities. And so the more complex the characters are, the more it takes. just to make sure you're getting all the footage you need, and then going back and cutting that down and putting it together. It's a lot of work. I enjoy doing it, but it doesn't happen as quickly as I would like it to. What's your next milestone? I don't know. What did I just pass? Did I just pass 1.5 million or 2 million here? Pursuit make me some coffee too. I'd love some coffee. Sounds good. Took Yondu to rank 4 today. It was between him or Quake. Not that good with Quake yet. Yondu is a beast. I really enjoy Yondu. I was very frustrated that I couldn't awaken him. I spent way too many units. I got him in the first round on Arena, and then I spent way too many units on Crystals trying to awaken him, and it just did not happen. So he's still sitting at rank 3. But I got the 3-star from the second round of Arena and awakened the 3-star, so I've got some video footage of the 4-star for the basic stuff, special attacks, basic attacks, things like that. But I think where Yondu really shines is being able to place the weakness on the opponent for every debuff they already have, and so I needed that 3-star to be able to show that, and it's really interesting. The video will show the difference between Magic's Limbo with no debuffs and Magic's Limbo with about 6 or 8 debuffs, and the damage that he takes from Limbo is drastically reduced. Had to pick an officer up in war and clear the mini-boss. Tell him you ain't got time for that. You're trying to get Carnage. Editing that takes a long time. Yeah, absolutely. It's the editing. Oh, Hector, are you the one that did Voodoo versus Wolvie? Somebody was just mentioning that video in the chat earlier. I was asking who posted that, and they just said it was on Seaton's channel or something. I need to go check that out.
Everything changes.
You hate Yondu with a passion? Why? Has he... Oh, you missed him in Arena. And Kobe, you got him the first try on the Crystal. Yeah, I mean, that... Yeah. I mean, I don't... I'm not upset with that, because I got Ghost Rider and I got Angela with 1 Crystal. Both of those. So I know it happens. I just... the Yondu just was not happening. Just not happening. Am I tired? It's 10:10. Well, it's 10 after midnight here, and I'm usually up till about 2 a.m., so yeah, getting tired, but not there yet. We still got a little ways to go. Cool Dark Wolf, thanks, man. Have a great night. Yeah, I wasn't in his live stream, but yeah, somebody mentioned it. I don't know who... I can't remember who it was in the chat that was talking about it earlier. So is that Hector? Did he just show? Did you post the video on your channel, and then he just showed it in his stream? Well, hey, if you're just joining, welcome. Drop a line in the chat and say hello to let us know you're here, if you would, please. What other games do I show? None. Just MCOC for me right now. I'm a bit of a what's the word? A type A personality. I'm pretty obsessive over things. It's hard for me to divide my attention. So when I get into a game, that's about all I play. When I'm done with this game, and then I will choose something else and be dedicated to that exclusively, but boy, I'm really not doing well talking and playing tonight. But anyway, I don't see that happening anytime soon. I've been over a year and a half in the game and still find it fun. I'm planning on playing for some time to come. So. Kalo20, welcome to the stream. Good to see you again. Well, that's awesome, Hector. I'll have to check out the video, but also congratulations on getting that on Seat and Stream. That's gonna be a huge boost for your channel. So, congrats on that. That's good news. If it makes you feel better, I opened 11 more crystals after pulling him to try and awaken him and failed. Yeah, that's just the way it goes. It's just like the casino. I mean, they let you win enough to make you think you're going to win a lot. Just to keep you gambling. Ristic, hello, I is our here. Makes perfect sense. You're type B, too lazy to play another game. Yeah. Yeah, I was just talking on the stream the other night. I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. I kind of miss the old console games. You know, the old Xbox games. You know, I just go out, you drop $60 on a video game, you sit down in front of the TV and you play it for 5 days straight, and you're done. You know, that was. I got to a point I'm like, I got to slow down on buying video games because my wife would never see me because I just sit in front of the TV all the time. But again. You know, there was a stopping point. You could be done with it, move on with your life, get another game, whatever. But yeah, this game, since there's always something new, always something going on, there's never a point at which you can just say, "Okay, I'm done," as in I've beat the game and the game's over. Have you ever got whooped on 3 versus 3? What do you mean, what kind of 3 versus 3? $5:30. Oh, you know what? I did get a notification that you posted that video. I forgot about that. I didn't have a chance to watch it when it popped up and forgot about it. But yeah, I do remember seeing that now. Well, cool. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out. My Voodoo is not awakened, so I did not go for him in Arena last time. Went for Star-Lord and failed miserably. So, Hector, do you have a Ghost Rider? Cheryl, I'm not sure what you're talking about. 3 versus 3 4-star. So, so right now, Hector, I've got this predicament. I'm not going to rank anybody up immediately because I've got everything I need to take up another 4-star. I mean, another 5-star to rank 4. And I want to make sure I've got those resources if I do awaken Magic or Star-Lord in the near future. But I do have Magic, Ghost Rider, and Voodoo here that are options to take up to rank 5 eventually as 4 stars. And I'm debating. I mean, Magic I would do because obviously she's great on Alliance War defense, but I love her on offense. I mean, the best way to fight Magic for me right now is to use Magic. So I would, if I ranked her up, I would put her one on defense and one on offense. But then I've got Ghost Rider and Voodoo, so I'm kind of torn which one's better. I mean, I like Voodoo a lot. I like Ghost Rider a lot. Everybody that has either one of them says they're both amazing. So I'm wondering what your opinion is on that. I mean, only 4-star, 3 versus 3. I'm sorry, Cheryl. I'm just not following you. I don't know of any 3 versus 3 aspect of the game, or are you talking about the arena? Do you ever plan on doing live crystal openings? They usually tend to garner a lot of viewers. I've thought about it. I'm not very good at hoarding crystals. Usually what I do is at the end of my live streams at night, I will open crystals. Voodoo needs to be duped, yeah. I've noticed that. My unduped 4-star Voodoo does not proc the Loa very often, but my 3-star awakened Voodoo does quite a bit. Othmani? Othmani? I think that's how you say it. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. And Kingston WU, welcome back. Yeah, Scarlet is too unpredictable. I ranked her down, so she's not among the 3 that I'm considering. So Magic, Ghost Rider, and Voodoo are the 3 candidates for the next 4-star Mystic to rank 5. Why do they force you to update so much? Well, I think it's a mix between fixing their own bugs and making your life miserable, Haitian. Voodoo is a monster. That's what I keep hearing. I'm kind of salty about not awakening him in Arena since I missed Star-Lord. But, so, Charlotte, or Cheryl, then, your original question, have I ever got whooped in the 3-star Arena? Well, sure, yeah. In the early days, I think everybody tends to get whooped at about fight 10 or 12. Or you just go in like that and not pay attention and get hammered at the beginning of the fight instead of parrying. Tried to log in and they said I have to update again. Really? When was the last time you updated then? Is there a new update today? I didn't see an update. Completed Master, very nice. Are you exploring Master now? Hector 100% ability accuracy applies to that, right. Yeah, I've tried I've tried Quake one time in Alliance War, and that was when I'd first ranked her up and hadn't had a lot of chance to play with her. The path I take, I mean, it would be nice if I could add her in because I run Hawkeye, but I'd have to take out my 5-star Storm, and I'm not sure that that's a good. I'm not sure I want to trade off the damage that I can do with Storm for Quake. MCOC Gamer, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well tonight. Where's World War II? There he is. 13.0 was the last update I did. Yeah, you've missed a few updates there, Haitian. Raymond Pritchard Jr., welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. Prediction for Venom. I think he's going to be less than 2.5, but as always, don't depend on my prediction because I am not infallible and don't have a crystal ball, and often get it wrong, as I did with Star-Lord the last arena. Jose Anzualda, I think is how you say that. Thank you for the sub. I apologize if I butchered your name. Master mode is going to be hard. Yeah. Less than 2.5. Yeah, I just don't see Venom as a very coveted champion. Oh, well, good. Thanks, Jose. That's good to hear. I've spent my whole life listening to people butcher my name, so I'm a little sensitive about that. But anyway, Bustero, welcome back to the stream. How are you tonight? Anyway, Richard, yeah, Venom just is not really a coveted champion. He has no tactical value in the game, I think. He has some synergy value here and there if you want to run a Spider-Man attack team, if that's your thing. He has in the past done a decent job on some nodes in Alliance War, but overall he's not a great attacker. You're not going to use him in Alliance Quest. You're not going to use him in Attack for Alliance War. You're just not going to see him on defense much at all. And his prestige is not great. So, I mean, for those reasons, he's pretty much just Alliance fodder. I don't see him going for more than 2.5. But again, I could be wrong. Just under 2.5, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you can do more than 2.5, do it. But I think he's going to be another one like the last, not Voodoo. Who was before Voodoo? Went for 2.3. I can't even remember because it was not an important character. Doctor Strange, yeah. Just since he had been nerfed, he's not a coveted character anymore. You know, the last milestone is what, 1.5, and so most people are going to do a little bit over 1.5, just past the milestones, and so do about 800,000 more than that, and you should be good. What champ do you suggest to use for stun immune Dormammu? Ultron. Unless you're talking about Alliance War, I mean Alliance Quest, where you have a heal block Dormammu, Ultron is, in my opinion, the best champion for to use to fight Dormammu. And the reason for that is because everything that Dormammu does is energy based. Yeah. So if it's Alliance War, yeah, Ultron is the best. An awakened Ultron, I should say. Because 100% of Dormammu's attacks are energy-based, and so Ultron will absorb half of everything Dormammu does. Actually got SL from Arena, used my gem on him, but got to save 8 T4B for Hyperion, who's coming soon, yeah. Yeah, Hector, I did 8.7. He went for 8.4 something in the first round. I didn't figure he'd go up too much, so I did 8.7 the second round. He went for 9, right at 9 million. So that was disappointing. Yes, I did see Joel's video on Yondu. Very good video. As a matter of fact, I had originally messaged him and said, "Hey, can I use footage from your video?" Because I need to get thorns. My answer to the Alliance Quest video question is no, or Alliance War is no, because he's not awakened, and so he's not going to go above rank 3 until he's awakened. And I don't bring anything less than a 550 to Alliance War. But I really wanted to get some thorns, to use them to fight some thorns nodes to include in my video. But they took Thorns out of the Chapter 4 story. So there's no way for me to get to Thorns with Yondu without going into Alliance War right now. Or at least not that I'm aware of. So I probably will just, I'll show him fighting Electro, which is not quite the same as Thorns, but close enough. And then point people over to Joel's video. Yeah, 9.3. Yeah. You made the cutoff by about 300,000. He was like 9.01 million. 550s are great for AW. Well, rank 4 5-stars are better than 550s, but I mean it depends on what tier you're in. I would not use anything less than a 550 if you have the 550s to use. How do you fight Nightcrawler? Well, you force him to evade back and hold block, and force him to change his fight style so that he won't evade anymore. After that, he becomes very easy. Use Quake for stun immune or Rogue. Yeah, Quake is good for anybody, for just about everybody if you can if you can manage not to get backed into a corner, I think. By the way, Stripe Train, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you tonight. Prediction for 4-star basic Gwenpool. She is going to be her very high one. She's going to be another 6 million like Voodoo and Mordu. Voodoo and Mordu. Yeah, I already bought 2 Carnage crystals. No luck, man. No luck. I do usually buy 1 or 2 feature crystals every time they come out, and I usually stop with that. Occasionally, when I'm in a mood, I'll drop more. But it doesn't usually end well. Yeah, BW is useful for the evade champs, but she's going to be less useful against Nightcrawler because of the class disadvantage. Very good, sir. How did that go, Chicken Jerky? Did you get anything? You saw Ronan pulled a 5-star Carnage, didn't you? Three-star Rolk. I'm not sure if you're saying that to brag or to mourn your luck there, Thomas. Yeah, I agree. Maxed a couple 2-stars. Well, hey, some extra shards there for you. Yeah, I fight Nightcrawler quite often on that node 28. He's there probably more often than anybody else. But to be honest, the one that I struggle on that node the most is Juggernaut. I hate fighting stun immune Juggernaut. He is just such a pest. Yeah, not worth 150. Thunder Leopard, hello, welcome to the stream tonight. How are you? Alright, Hector, hey, thanks for hanging out for a bit. We'll catch you later. Thank you, Kingston, I appreciate that. Just half asleep, caught second wind. Yeah, man, there ain't no time to sleep. You're going for Carnage. You could sleep on Sunday afternoon, man. Yeah, not panic when you're in the corner. Yeah, be able to evade heavy attacks when you're in the corner. And then get yourself out of the corner just as soon as that concussion lands. But I guess a stun immune champion is still going to be a problem. How do you know where to put Alliance War fighters, like for defense? A lot of it is trial and error. You put champions and you monitor how many kills they get over the course of a couple wars, and then you make adjustments. But once you get into the top tiers in Alliance War, you notice that most people put the same exact champs on specific nodes. And so the right side Thorns node with a unblockable first special 90% of the time now is going to be a Cyclops. Node 28 with a stun immune champion is going to be almost guaranteed it's going to be Nightcrawler or Spider-Man with an occasional Juggernaut. 19 unblockable special 2. Most of the time it's going to be Hood or Doctor Strange. Occasionally you'll see Punisher or Dormammu, but usually those two. So I mean, it's you get into a rhythm. But as far as like what champions your alliance has, you place your champions, you see how they do, and then you make adjustments. He won't gain unstoppable with concussion, so you can just beat him up. Yeah, with Juggernaut, right. That's, by the way, I don't want to give everything away about this video that I keep promising I'm going to get done, but I've noticed that's one thing that is bugged about Yondu right now. He is supposed to prevent, when he uses his third special attack, he is supposed to prevent the opponent from gaining their next beneficial buff when they use their next special attack. He does not do that. That is not working. Yep, Kalo, that's about accurate. That's about accurate. Who would I hate to see on this node the most? If I'm fighting this node, who am I going to enter the fight and say, ah, crap? Yeah, that's who you put there. Another thing to think about is also when you're placing champions, you consider the node buffs and consider which champions are these node buffs going to enhance their already current abilities. And so you're going to see on the power gain nodes, you're going to see Mystic champions and you're going to see Hyperion. And why is that? It's because they already have, with Mystic Dispersion and with Hyperion's built-in power gain, they already have a very high base power gain, and so the power gain node is just going to enhance that. So you're going to look for champions that fit the node buff. So you wouldn't put, like when we first started Alliance, where we were putting Electros on armor up nodes, thinking, well, that would, because Electro has almost no armor. And so you put him on an armor up node so that way he's harder to beat and they're going to take more damage. Well, that was just a bad tactic. What needed to happen is find somebody with a lot of armor and put them on armor up nodes. And that just makes them take very little damage at all. Makes the fight drag out a long time. So you consider those things. Black Panther Civil War, for example. When he has armor up, you can't stun him. And so what node are you going to want to put Black Panther Civil War on? Well, you want to put him on an armor up node so that he's always got armor active. So just you've got to consider those things. What are the node buffs? And then what champions are these specific buffs going to benefit the most? Got a Google Doc you're working on that will show who is best on what node in each war tier. Very good. Yeah, I started something like that a while back, but it ended up being more work than I really wanted to do. Yeah, Black Panther Civil War on armor up. He can certainly be a pain in the butt. No, Magneto is not good for a bleed enhanced node. I'll tell you what Magneto is good for. He's good for Thorns because you're going to have class advantage for most fights. Most people are going to bring in Black Widow, so you'll have class advantage there and reduce her ability accuracy. But he's also going to be good for all or nothing nodes. For two reasons, because most power drain champions are either tech robots, which are magnetized and therefore have a chance of not actually being able to drain his power, or they are skill champions with class disadvantage. I don't know. I would disagree on Unblockable too. His second special is tricky to evade if you're not used to it, but once you know how to evade it, it's very, very easy. I wouldn't put him there. Yeah, but he only bleeds on his special attacks. So I tell you who did pretty well on the enhanced bleed node for us, Yondu, and that's because I mean it doesn't matter who you put on the enhanced bleed node. If you put a Black Panther there, for example, if he bleeds, it's going to be horrific. But the chances of him actually getting a bleed are not very great because he's easy to fight. But Yondu, if they parry, if they block, he can bleed through that block. And so all of a sudden, you've got a prime contender for an enhanced bleed node. No, I wouldn't be surprised by it. I've heard a lot of people can't evade it. And it took me a while to get it down, but I'm just saying that once you know how to evade it, it's very, very easy. And in Tier 1, we fight in Tier 1 mostly. I would think that most people would be able to evade it. Yep. I hear what the top alliances do. Everybody's got maxed out Mystic Dispersion, and the map is full of Mystic champions. Mordos, Juggernauts, and Magics everywhere. Aaron Gerhardt, welcome to the stream. How are you tonight? So it's not effective to put champs on a node to counter the champs. Usually it takes to take down the node. Yeah, if you know the champs that are typically used for that node. That's why I said Magneto for a power gain node, or for an all or nothing node. Because what are the champions that are going to be used for all or nothing? It's going to be Vision, or Hawkeye, or Winter Soldier, or Magic, but Magic is not very likely because most of those are going to be on defense. And so Magneto has class advantage against Hawkeye and Winter Soldier. He's going to magnetize Vision. And so he has a strong advantage over the champions that are likely going to be used to take that node. You ever fully evade Dormammu's L2? Yes. Not often, but I have twice, I think. Man, you don't need help with your Alliance War champions. You've got Magic and Juggernaut and Mordo and Mystic Dispersion, and yeah, you're like the bane of Alliance War attackers. Guys invested in 5-star UCs, spam the map with him, but he sucks compared to Jug. Yeah, I think so too. I think Juggernaut's a better defender than UC. AW number 6 global. Aaron Gerhardt, you're in the number 6 Alliance War. Number 6 rated alliance in Alliance War. Is that what you're saying? I mean, if so, then you could just start answering all these questions. You know a lot more than I do. Five out of 5 MD, 5-star Magic, 4-star Magic, 5-star NC, 4-star Dormammu, 4-star Mordo. Yeah. That sounds about right. I would hate to fight that. That's just that's a painful experience waiting to happen right there. How do you like? Oh, how do I like Odin's Juggernaut? Yeah, he does good. He does good. He's caused some problems. I think he's only got 4 in Mystic Dispersion right now, though. He needs to get that up to 5. Defense at the moment is Rhino, AV, 5-star Spider-Man, Mordo, Electro. Yeah, those are decent defenders. Not they probably won't cut it in the higher levels too much, but yeah, we still have quite a bit. I still place my Rhino on defense. I need to, after I get my 5-star ranked up and probably my either Ghost Rider or Voodoo, I really probably should be focusing more on Alliance War defenders instead of attacker champions. But now I need to go and look at the Alliance War ratings and figure out which alliance Aaron Gerhardt is in. Number 6, Global. DOG. AW Defense. Oh yeah, Dawn of Galactus. Very nice. Where to put Nightcrawler, Hyperion, Beast, Mordo? Well, like I said, you're going to see Nightcrawler most frequently on stun immune nodes because of his evade. His evade is the worst part. And once you can get him to switch modes, he's really not a challenge at all. Hyperion, you're going to find him mostly on power gain nodes. Beast, I'm not convinced he would be a decent defender. Mordo, you're going to find him most frequently on Thorns nodes because you can't diminish his ability accuracy. All right, let's take a look at Aaron's alliance. Ah, you're number 7, man. Number 7. Looks like you were passed by Turkish W. Yeni. All right, man. Yeah, we'll take a look at it. I want to see what you get. Rhino gets 0 to 2 kills. Testing the synergy is going to replace him with Civil War Black Panther next. Yeah. He's another one. I should never die. I should never die to Civil War Black Panther. I shouldn't. Because I know how to fight him. But I do. Inevitably, I mistime an evade or a parry, and then I get hit. Or I accidentally parry him when he's got a stun up, just out of habit. Inevitably, it's going to happen, even though I know better. So usually when I die to him, it's just stupidity. Hey, you're welcome, Raymond. No problem. It's my pleasure. Yeah, he does. I mean, it's that. Hold on, I just had a notification pop up. Not sure what that's doing. Is the sound still playing? It says it's still playing. Don't know why it's popping up then. I think most of the kills that Black Panther Civil War is going to get are from people parrying him when he has an armor up node, or when he's got armor up. And then when he's got all that reflective armor stored, and then he puts an armor up and you stun him and it gets reflected, I mean, that just takes 2 hits and you're dead when he's just going to reflect all that damage back at you. So, I mean, he can be lethal. He's not hard to fight, but one mess up is it can end things very quickly. Yeah, he's one of 2 champions I think that actually are better unawakened as defenders. Nightcrawler is the other one. Gonna do master mode with your new Voodoo. Alright, man. Thanks for hanging out with me for a bit, Swipe Train. After we're done here, if you guys haven't checked out Swipe Train's live stream, go show your support over there. And watch him handle the master mode. Yeah, I'm having no problems at all right now with the swipe on the phone. I think it was just a little bit of nervousness going down when I was in Labyrinth, and causing me sweaty thumbs were complicating things. I need to get a little chalk beanbag, you know, like the bowlers use. How can you dislike the game music so much but have that music playing? Well, because I can't hear it. It's not playing for me. It's just playing for you. Accidentally parried him before trying to evade. Right, and that's usually what happens. Game is still updating. Maybe you need to buy a new phone, Haitian. Oh, I know. Check your internet connection, right? Isn't that that's the message that Kabam usually gives you when the game doesn't want to respond? Check your connection. How long has that been updating for you? I mean, that's been, what, 20 minutes since you mentioned that before. What's very smart? Not being able to hear the music? Now there's a Voodoo right there, and a Nightcrawler. Signature 75. Very nice, Aaron. That was a very nice lineup. 107 on Magic. So who did you use to do Labyrinth? Takes about a half hour every update. That's crazy. Why so long on the update? Are you using an older device? Is Aaron still on the stream? Old LG V400 tablet. Yeah, I'm no expert, but maybe that's why. I don't know. Try freeing up some memory. Yeah, that might work. Or check your connection. That's what Kabam would tell you. I'm telling you. That's what they would say. One run done. Gotta go. Love the stream. See you next time. Thanks, Kingston. Appreciate it. I'm gonna wrap it up here myself. Gonna pop some crystals open. See if we can get lucky tonight. And we got the notification today about the Guardians crystals. Those shards will be converted to PHC shards. So that's better than getting one piece of gold or whatever it was for it. For the Rift shards. So it looks like I've got 5 PHCs. See if we can get anything nice out of these. Four star, 2-star. No, I do not want to buy a 3-star for 400 units. Yeah, that's alright. I mean, at this point, I just anticipate 2 stars, so anything other than 2 stars is nice. I don't really even get my hopes up for these anymore. And it's actually kind of nice. I've got quite a few 2 stars that are maxed out, so get quite a few max signature ability crystals now. Yeah, I know. I'm going to have to start using Sig Stones on him. Alright, all 2 stars, but we've got a couple max signature ability crystals. So that's not bad. Add some 3-star shards there. And our 5-star shard count has not changed since last night. We're still sitting at 2,889 away from our next 5-star pull, and cross our fingers for that Star-Lord. Aaron, I was asking you, who did you use for Labyrinth? Who did you use to fight Labyrinth? We see a Magic, Nightcrawler, and Voodoo as your 5 stars, as rank 4 5 stars. Rocket Phoenix, Crossbones, Loki, Gambit, all 4-star 440. Which should replace Beast in Alliance War defense? None of those are really great options. Those are all more offensively oriented champions. But out of those champions, I would say maybe Crossbones. Maybe Crossbones. And only because he has a chance to shrug off debuffs. But none of those are really great. Yeah, I looked at your profile, man. We were gawking over this earlier, your Voodoo and your Nightcrawler. It's very nice. And I imagine your Mordo's maxed out. Yep. So you used Voodoo for Labyrinth. Very nice. I don't know if I've heard anybody else doing Voodoo for Labyrinth before, but I guess he would do pretty well. Are there any poison immune champions in there that would cause problems? Your alliance doesn't let you open crystals whenever you want. That depends. I think if your alliance struggles to get the rank rewards you want in Summoner Advancement, then it would make sense to wait and not open crystals every week. That way, if you know you're going to miss the milestone or the rank reward that you want, you can just have a low Summoner Advancement score one week, and then everybody open all of their crystals the following week, and you can ensure that you get that rank reward. But if you're hitting the rank rewards, there's really no reason, in my opinion, to be holding resources like that. I think it's going to benefit you more to time those with solo events. You can maximize your benefits there. But I don't even really worry about that at this point, because I typically can hit the milestones on those without saving crystals. Now, having said that, I mean, if your alliance has a policy in place to do that, it's not necessarily a bad thing, and if you're part of the alliance, you got to do it, right? Used rank down tickets on Magic, and used Voodoo and Nightcrawler after brought Magic back up. Nice. Nightcrawler for immune took about 2,000 hits. Well, no, I don't take donations right now. Are you talking about Super Chat, or are you talking about in-game, Raymond? Some good AW defenders. Most of your Mystic champions, if you have Mystic Dispersion, are going to be good defenders. Nightcrawler, Spider-Man, Black Panther Civil War, those are other names that have been tossed around in the stream tonight. Those are good. Agent Venom isn't terrible on an unblockable first special node, even though it's not difficult to evade the first punch. You can just block the bullets. But if it's on the kinetic reactor first special node, then that bullet spray is going to push him back up to his first special, and they're just constantly going to be evading that thing. So he can be a pain. Sold a lot of 4-stars. Oh yeah, don't recommend that. I've sold some champions in my early days, and then realized, oh wait, if I actually max these guys out, I get more shards. So yeah, I haven't sold anybody in a long time. Hey Pursuit, thanks a lot. Have a good night. Super Chat, that's where people make donations in the chat in the live stream. So you can see that on Brian Grant's stream and Seaton and the others. That requires having over 1,000 subscribers, and right now I'm at 681, so we don't do that. But anyway, all right, well, my time is up tonight. We're at about almost 2 hours and 20 minutes, so I'm going to cut this off. I do plan on being back again tomorrow evening at my regular time between 10:30 and 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you're available to come hang out with me, I would love to spend the time with you just grinding Arena and chatting about the game and life in general. It's always a pleasure. You make the grind a little bit more enjoyable and a little less grueling for me, and for that I do appreciate you. So until next time, this is Grant Kahonu smoking it down. We'll catch you later. Thanks, guys.